Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Voice of the Valley. I'm your host, Dave Bell. 428-9494 is the phone number. 428-9494. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's Prince Spaghetti Day. Manja tutse goza manja manja. How, it's not. It's all right.
I didn't say anything, Dave.
That's okay.
I said nothing.
That was our Thanksgiving prayer. After my aunt got married, we're wonderfully Irish family. One of my aunts married a wonderful Italian man. So she started hosting Thanksgiving, and we would go over there, and which was great because that was my first introduction to real Italian food, and I loved it. It was fantastic. And we would do the prayer, the Thanksgiving prayer, and he would end with Amen. Manja tutsegos, feed your face.
No.
So, and then we would dive in. So, and it's Prince Spaghetti Day because of a commercial in Chicago, New York, Boston, Prince Spaghetti. And they decided that Wednesday was Prince Spaghetti Day.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like spaghetti.
We did not have a lot of money, so there were a lot of Prince Spaghetti days. It wasn't just Wednesday. So, those voices you hear, Jacob Luritzen, Joseph Carpenter, they are Carpe and Zen. They have a movie that is premiering this very weekend. It's Saturday at the David M. Players Center for the Arts. If you don't have your tickets, I think you still can get them. There's some still available. You go to the CFA. I think it's Safford Centerforthearts.com, I believe is the website, if I remember.
Yeah, there's a couple ways to get to it. You can also go to our website, aceofheartsfilm.com, and there's a link that'll get you to it.
I have my tickets. We're ready. We actually planned a trip around your premiere. I'm not kidding. We were debating because it was okay if we were going to see my kids in Havasu. So it was, do we go this weekend or do we go next weekend? I want to go see the premiere. But there was talk of one of our other kids being able to come with, and he works at the mine, his 7 days is this weekend. So it was like, okay, that'd be the only chance for him to go. That would mean we missed the premiere. And he went, no, I don't want to go to Havasu. I said, good. All right, we're going next weekend. So
it solves everything.
yeah, so
We appreciate that.
no problem. I can't wait to see it, even though I'm not in it. Still not bitter about it,
I
but
know hurt feelings.
I feel like you might be a little bit. I don't know.
We can make him a red shirt in the next movie.
oh, there you go.
Oh.
Outstanding. I'm in.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I so want to get killed on camera. I have a friend who's an actor. He's gotten 2 movies since you guys started this production, so I'm way behind him.
Well, we'll get you casted 3 or 4 times this year.
There you
How
go.
about that?
Real quick, why don't we do this? So I've got the trailer for Ace of Hearts queued up. So let me go to that really fast. And, it's almost like I'm a real talk show. Set this up. Will this trailer A, translate to radio, and B, what do people need to know about what they're going to hear?
What you're going to hear is part of a scene where the main character, Ace, is he's setting up the story. It's told in that old detective style, and he tells the story that you're about to see, and this is some of him setting up and having the conversation before he starts to tell the story.
All right, let's play this. This trailer, it's about 1:40 for Ace of Hearts, the movie that will premiere this Saturday at the David M. Player Center for the Arts. All right, let me do this. I gotta push buttons now. There we go.
Ace, are you ready?
It's been a while since we've talked like this.
It certainly has. We don't have to make this a formal thing. I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
I know.
been sleeping?
No. But it's worse than normal. I'm sure you have questions.
I do.
Are you sure you want to know? When I tell you, you won't look at me the same.
I'm not sure what you blame yourself for, but whatever you have to say, I'll still be here for you.
We'll see.
That was way more visual than I remembered.
There you go. That is Ace of Hearts. You're right. It probably didn't translate great to radio, but hopefully it gives you a taste of what's to come. As you explained, it is a modern noir,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yeah. Bit of a detective movie.
So I am looking forward to that. You also brought two other people with you today. And for those that are sitting there going, wait a minute, didn't I just hear these guys like a week or two ago? Yes, you did. We cut off so very fast that I wanted to have you guys on again because there's more than the movie. We still have to talk about the film festival too. But for Ace of Hearts, you brought two people with. You brought, let's see, Sean Goslin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Madelyne Waite. Yeah, now, who is Sean? Who is Madelyne?
Well, Sean was our camera op, our second cinematographer, and every other thing that happened on set that we didn't do. That was Sean.
First AD?
He
Or would Joseph be first AD?
we never assigned a first AD.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did some gaffer work. I guess we could call him a key grip. If we get really cute, we call him a best boy.
Oh, there you go.
Is that, do they still use that term? I don't know
No.
if they still use best
I don't
boy
think
anymore.
that's really.
All right, so was the best boy was the sound guy, right? Right.
No.
Oh, what? That's the gaffer.
Well, most of those terms, they all have to do with lighting and electric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was either an electrical or a lighting guy, but Sean did like everything. Here, Sean, say something.
Yeah, I did a lot of the camera work and the setting up of the lights. I got people food sometimes and water, so I did everything.
Micro budget filmmaking.
That's it.
Everybody does a little bit of something.
Yeah. Anytime there was some difficult focus on the shot, I didn't want to mess with that. That was definitely a Sean shot. Yeah.
So tell me, the one thing I've always found with film that I think the average person doesn't understand is how much sound drives me crazy, first of all. Not just because I'm a radio guy, but because it just makes me nuts. A clean, even sound is so important to pushing a narrative. But I think lighting is the real key to exceptional film. So Sean, what's your background on lighting and what's your approach on lighting?
Well, at this point, when Joseph and Jacob asked me to come on, I was still fairly new, but yeah, lighting can make or break a film sometimes. I feel like what we had, we did pretty good on. Like we didn't have any really expensive lights, so there's stuff we just couldn't control and everything. But I don't know, you're the main cinematographer, aren't you?
We did our best to make a clean image, and Sean helped out a lot because I also had to do the sound
And you're acting.
and the acting.
The magic of the right gel. It really changes the scene, and I don't think the average person, because when you're a film watcher, you're not thinking that. Because I was dumb enough to take a couple of film courses in college, I now know how hard it is to light.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the right placement of a shadow completely changes a scene, regardless of the performances in front of the camera.
Yeah, you can have a really bad, a terribly made movie with really high profile actors, and there's just something missing, you know. It's
Those
weird.
are the movies I like to watch.
I love this one.
I am all in on a good, bad B movie.
Well, hopefully it's good enough.
Yeah, exactly. We're going for good. Madelyne, what did you do on the film?
So I played the character Laura, and I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say.
It is noir,
definitely-
so yeah, we can't give away any spoilers or anything.
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, I've
Away.
been very careful.
I don't know anything after halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's go with this. How long have you been acting?
I don't even know. I've been doing it probably since 7. I've been
You did
involved
the
in
children's theater.
Yeah, I've been involved in children's theater and choirs and really whatever I could do to be on stage, piano, anything.
So, what attracted you to the part? Was it just the chance to get on film? Always a good thing. Every actor I've ever known takes everything, you know, because you have to. I mean, it's a job with no security, and you don't know if this job is your last job. Or was there something there that attracted you to the part?
So I feel like I heard about the film pretty early on because I know Jacob. I actually used to babysit his kids, and I was sent the information to kind of spread to the theater community at Eastern Arizona College because I was in the theater program there at the moment, and I did the best I could. I'm kind of introverted, and I don't know if I have a lot of followers on social media where I spread it, but I kind of looked at the information, and I always find myself doing that, looking at characters and kind of how I think I would take on a character, and I was really interested, and I kind of wanted to audition, but it was in the middle of finals and winter, which is a big time for choirs and performances, and I was like, no, it's gonna stress me out. I shouldn't do this. And then I kept coming back to it, and then eventually what sold me was I got a message from Jacob saying, we would like you to audition, and that's a pretty good sign. I felt important. So I was like, yeah, and I got a friend, and right after a rehearsal, we filmed in a tiny rehearsal room at EA, and I did my best to memorize what I could while memorizing another show, and yeah, as soon as I was offered the role, I said, yes, I want to be involved, and I was a little nervous because I've never done anything film-wise before, but I definitely wanted to get involved, to get my hands dirty, and, you know, there's a first for everything. Why not start now, even though I'm still learning, because it was definitely a learning experience.
So, did you? Because I have an acting background more than a tech background. Did you do a background for your character?
Yes. So, especially being so deep in the theater program, I was used to annotating and doing the gritty work of analyzing a script, and I'm trying to remember exactly, because it was a few years ago, what I wrote in my script.
And again, I'm not going to ask you what the background
Oh
is
yeah, no,
because we don't want to give away any of the character.
Yeah.
But it's that process,
Mhm.
and did you find that background help you find that character's voice?
Oh, definitely. And yeah, the voice was something kind of important. I played around with it in my audition, kind of the vulnerability in my voice, and that's actually the feedback I got from Jacob, that they liked the vulnerability in my voice, so I played with that further, and I guess that was good because I think it made it into the film.
Coming from theater, which is where I did my acting, I did a little bit of TV. Did you find it difficult transitioning? Because theater, you're playing to the back row. Regardless of the scene, you're playing to the back row of wherever you're playing. But film, TV, you're literally playing to somebody right in front of you. There's a very different approach in how you do things. Did you transition easily, or was that something you had to overcome?
I worked really hard to transition. I had taken a few courses that had to do with film acting at some festivals, and so I had a little bit of background. But yeah, it was definitely a different experience because I'm used to rehearsing an entire show several days a week, and it was coming in for one scene. You're going to rehearse it a few times. You're going to do that scene over and over again until they say cut, and so that was a very different experience for me. And coming up with this premiere, people have been asking if I'm nervous, and I don't know what to say because I'm used to being prepared and just kind of knowing how I did based on how I feel during the performance. But this was a year or two ago, so it's really interesting to have it coming out and not really knowing what to expect, but I am excited.
And I'm assuming you blocked with the actors, correct?
Yeah,
I'm assuming you guys did not have stand-ins.
No, we rehearsed on set, and then we would figure out coverage, and then we'd shoot the scene. You typically kind of start wide, and then you go in for close-ups, and a lot of times the actors will save the most intense performance for the close-ups. I remember the first day we had Madelyne on set. It was a bit of an intense scene that shows up later in the movie, and we kind of threw into the wolves, but I was really impressed from day one because she held her own. She did a fantastic job.
428-9494, 428-9494 is the phone number. Going to take a quick break. When we come back, more with Jacob Laritzen, director of Ace of Hearts, writer-director of Ace of Hearts, Joseph Carpenter, the cinematographer, and a performer. Sean Goslin, and Madelyne Waite. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Voice of the Valley. I'm your host, Buddy Rich. Sorry, Joseph was air drumming there for a moment. Joseph Carpenter, Jacob Laritzen, they are Carpe and Zen. They have a movie debuting Saturday at the CFA. It is called Ace of Hearts. You can still get your tickets at, go to the website. Just go to the Center for the Arts website. It's the easiest thing. Just get them there. And we also have Sean Goslin and Madelyne Waite. They crewed and acted respectively in the film, on the film, crewed on, acted in. I don't know why it's on and in, but it is. Before we talk a little bit more about the film, because we lost it last time, and I'm watching my time right now, we have to talk about the film festival.
Yes.
So, you guys have wanted to do a film festival here in the Gila Valley for at least 3 years I'm aware of. And we had talked about ways to maybe incorporate it into the comic convention that I put on. It's now going to be a reality.
Yeah, we're gonna do it this April, same time as Fan Fest and the Spring Festival.
So, what is the film festival, and what's your vision for it?
Okay, so there are a lot of festivals out there. I mean, you have the big fancy ones that you basically need, I don't know, you have to be a Hollywood movie to get into it. and they just happen to show them at Cannes or Sundance or something like that. We don't have a Hollywood budget, but you know, we can still show movies, and we can provide a venue for other productions like ours to do the same thing. So we want to target micro budget filmmakers. Those are the productions that aren't working with a big budget. I mean, even by independent standards, you know, $1 million is a low budget movie, and that would be amazing. So our festival's targeting budgets way below $1 million. Our cutoff, because we're only accepting micro budget films, and this may still sound like a lot of money, our cutoff for feature films is $100,000. It has to be below that, and for short films below 20,000, which people can absolutely blow through those just doing a student project at film school. But we're looking for projects below that, and so that's what we're looking for. We've posted it. It's live. We're accepting submissions now, and it's going to be a 3-day festival. Show some movies. We're taking documentaries, narrative films, long films, short films, and student films as well.
And the goal is to use, fingers crossed, the Safford Historic Theater.
That is the plan.
Yeah, and I say fingers crossed because it's still in the process of being,
They're still building it.
yes, rebuilding it. Although it was used for hometown market this weekend.
Oh,
So the
The lobby.
yeah, the atrium, I guess, what would you call the show area, has some flooring in it, so people were there. Not the whole area, the whole stage area, of course, is still being constructed, but fingers crossed it'll be ready by April. So, yes, big fingers crossed. Danny Smith is beside himself wanting it to be. He's had about 6 deadlines, goals that have been missed, so.
Well, we're real excited for the venue. It's an absolutely gorgeous venue. The local community has all chipped in, and they've all done a lot of amazing work on it. So it's going to be awesome once it's ready to go.
I can't wait. As I shared with you guys yesterday, I happened to see Robert Rodriguez, I follow him on Instagram, posted that he has a new movie out, and he spent $7,000 on the budget. So I did what anybody would do. I invited him.
Love that. And then he messaged me afterwards. He's like, yeah, I DM'd him on this.
Why not? I got nothing to
It
lose.
doesn't hurt.
What's
Yeah.
he going to say? No?
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking later, like, I don't know how you put it into words. Robert Rodriguez is the patron saint of micro budget filmmaking.
Yeah. But he also made El Mariachi on $8,000.
7.
7,000.
It was 7. That's why he chose the $7,000 number.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he donated his body to science. He was in a month-long clinical trial where he couldn't leave the place to save up money. He wrote a script, and then he went down to Mexico and shot it.
And like you guys, he's a do everything guy. He's going to direct it. He's going to camera. He's going to edit. He'll set the lights, and because that's what you do when you're making your movie.
He writes the music in some instances. That's his broad spectrum of talent.
Him and Carpenter.
Yeah,
right?
John Carpenter
Yeah.
does the same.
Yeah, they're the 2 music guys.
Yeah.
All right. Look, see, we ran out of time again. Ace of Hearts, that's the movie. It premieres Saturday at the Safford Center for the Arts, the David M. Players Center for the Arts. What time is showtime?
We're going to start at 6.
At
We're
6?
going to do a red carpet and go from there.
So this is your opportunity to see a film never before seen. You can be. How often does anybody here get to say, I've been to a movie premiere?
Never, almost never.
And I'll be there with my camera, so I know there'll be photos up on Gila Valley Central. So we will have that. I cannot wait for it. Joseph and Jacob, thank you both for being here. I appreciate it. And Madelyne and Sean, fingers crossed, break a leg. I don't know if that's what you say for film, but I'm
I don't know
anticipating a
either.
great performance. And thank you both for being here. I appreciate it. And thank you all for listening as well. I appreciate it every day. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.